This is 7.2, number 49. 30 liters of a 40% acid solution is obtained by mixing a 25% solution with a 50% solution. Write a system of linear equations in which one equation represents the total amount of final mixture required and the other represents the percent of acid in the final mixture. Let x and y represent the amounts of the 25% and 50% solutions respectively. So it already gave us our variables x and y. 25% is our x, 50% is our y, and then 30 liters is our total, and that is our acid solution, 40% acid solution. So let's start our equations first. So we know that we have some amount of the 25% solution, some amount of the 50% solution for a total of 30 liters, right? So what we can write as one equation is x plus y equals 30 liters. Okay, so many liters of the x solution, so many liters of the y solution. Now we have to find out how much is mixed in. So we have the 25% solution, so 0.25x plus 0.5y equals the 30 liters times the 0.4 acid solution. Okay, so 0.25 times x plus 0.5 times y equals the 30 liters times the 0.4 acid solution. So now that we've written the equations, we can simplify it a little bit more. And so let's go ahead and multiply that 12, so we get 0.25x plus 0.5y, and 30 times 0.4 will be a 12. And then we can work with this. You can either multiply by 100 in order to change it, or you can work with the decimals as it is, so it's up to you. So this is our new equation 2, and then I'm going to use my equation 1, so let's x plus y equals 30. Let's multiply by negative 0.5, so I'll cancel out my y's first. So this is negative 0.5x, negative 0.5y equals negative 15. Okay, so it's my new equation there. So 0.25x plus 0.5y equals 12. So the y's will cancel. This will be negative 3. And we're left with negative 0.25x divided by negative 0.25. And then we'll find that x is going to be 12 liters. Remember, it's 12 liters of that 25% solution. So that's our x value. Now to find the y value, we're going to go ahead and plug in that x value into one of the equations. So I'll go ahead and plug it into the top equation all the way at the beginning, a little faster. So if x is 12 plus y equals 30, then we'll find, subtracting 12 to both sides, we'll find that the y will be 18 liters of the 50% solution. Now part B of this, so we did A and C already, right? We found how much of each solution is required to obtain the specified concentration of the final mixture, and so we found that here. Now we're going to use the graphing utility to graph the two equations in the same viewing window, and then we're going to answer the question. As the amount of the 25% solution increases, remember that's our x, then how does the amount of the 50% solution change, which is our y? So let's take a look at our equation here. So looking at this equation, so it's going to be the blue, so 30. I know this is the amount of the each liter of the solution, but it's actually the same here, right? So as the x increases, right, the 25% solution increases, what happens to the 50% solution, which is our y value? So as x increases, y decreases. Okay, so that's part B. Here's number 51, investment portfolio. A total of $24,000 is invested in 2 corporate bonds that pay 3.5% and 5% simple interest. The investor wants an annual interest income of $930 from the investments. What amount should be invested in the 3.5% bond? So let's label or identify our variables. So we'll say X is 3.5%, and our Y is our 5% bond. So what we can write as one equation is X plus Y equals the total of $24,000, right? It's a total of $24,000. Then the investor wants an annual interest income, so just the annual interest of $930. So what that's going to be, it's going to be our 3.5 and our 5%. Now remember, we have to convert that to decimals. So we're really looking at 0.035 and 0.05 is what we want to use. So we will have 0.035x plus 0.05y. So really important to convert those to decimals. Next, we want to do is let's go ahead and get rid of those decimals, make it a little nicer for ourselves. And so let's multiply by, so this is tenths, hundredths, thousandths place. So let's multiply by 1,000 to get rid of the decimals. So now we will have 35x plus 50y equals 930,000. Okay, so that's that equation. Then we're using x plus y equals 24,000. So now we just solved the system using elimination. So I'm going to go ahead and solve for y by canceling out our x. I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by negative 35. So that will become negative 35x minus 35y equals, and then you plug it in your calculator, negative 840,000. Then I'll write our equation here, 35x plus 50y equals 930,000, and we'll subtract. So we'll get 15y equals 90,000 divided by 15. Then y will equal 6,000. Okay, 6,000. Then we need to solve for a y value. So I like the first equation right up here. So we'll plug that in. So x plus 6,000 equals 24,000. Subtract 6,000 to solve. So we find that x is going to be $18,000. So let's answer the question at the top. It says, what amount should be invested in the 3.5 bond? So the 3.5 bond we identified as our x value, right? So really that's all we needed to find. So we found that we needed to invest $18,000 in order to get an annual interest income of $930 from the investment. We didn't necessarily have to find y in this case, but we did. We needed to find it. And so that is the final answer.